President Obama, historic moment at the White House yesterday where he signed an executive order ending discrimination, banning discrimination against employees of federal contractors on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. Why was this important yesterday? Why did the president do it and not get Congress to pass a bill?
Well, I think he wants Congress to pass a bill, but the president did it because Congress wasn't passing a bill. We have the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, which would prohibit employment discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity with private employers. The Senate did pass the bill with 64 votes. We picked up 10 Republicans, so it was a great bipartisan vote, probably the biggest bipartisan vote in this entire Congress.
Was it 10 Republicans?
10 Republicans, yep, including people like Jeff Flake and John McCain and Kelly Ayotte and Dean Heller.
Rob Portman,
absolutely. So we had, and Susan Collins was and Mark Kirk were tremendous lead sponsors of that bill. So that was really a great accomplishment. The House, not so good, not taking the bill up. So, the president has been urging the House to consider that bill. And since they haven't, the president moved forward with this executive order, which is incredibly consequential.
Now, so exactly, it applies both to federal agencies and to federal contractors, correct?
That's right. So President Clinton protected on the basis of sexual orientation for federal employees. President Obama, in his order yesterday, added gender identity to that. It's actually to a Nixon order, so he amended a Nixon executive order. And then also the biggest piece of it is this federal contractor piece. So they added sexual orientation and gender identity to a President Johnson order. So federal contractors now will have to apply the same standard as federal employees have and the same protection that federal employees have. So that affects an additional 14 million workers who don't have any protections right now under either state law or any other protections.
Wow. It's sort of kind of follows President Obama's executive order earlier in the year on the minimum wage, saying that federal contractors have to apply the minimum wage.
Right.
Elise, I was just looking. We have President Obama yesterday with his take about why this was an important step to take.
We've got an obligation to make sure that the country we love remains a place where no matter who you are or what you look like or where you come from or how you started out or what your last name is or who you love, no matter what, you can make it in this country.
It's as simple as that, right?
It really is. This isn't asking these companies to do a lot. It's just saying don't discriminate and make sure you're hiring the best and brightest employees to work on behalf of the federal government.
Is it a serious problem? Have we seen still today in 2014 examples of discrimination against employees based on gender identity or still today on sexual orientation?
Absolutely, especially gender identity. Transgender Americans face, incredible discrimination. Some of it is overt and some of it is more subtle, but this is a really important protection. And, we've seen Fortune 500 companies, over 90% of them now have non-discrimination policies in their own policies, and more than almost 60% have gender identity protections. And so corporate America has really looked at this and said, we don't want to discriminate because we want to have the best and brightest employees, and that's good for business. And that's what the federal government is doing, too, that what's good for the federal government is to bring in the best people.